Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to some Prehistoric Kingdom, because you know what I haven't been doing? Playing Prehistoric Kingdom, and it has been a long time since I have touched this game last. I looked at my Steam, and it said October of 2022, and in between then and now, there have been gigantic updates. Everybody in the dinosaur community has already seen these updates, but since I have not touched the game, I obviously have not seen them. So that's what we're going to do today. Obviously, we are loaded into the desert map on Prehistoric Kingdom, which came out with that major update with the 3 animals, and that is going to be the primary focus for today's video, because to continue the Parks and Chicos series, we're obviously going to have to put dinosaurs in them, and the first one is probably going to be one of these 3 dinosaurs. So I figured what better way to segue into that than take a look at them on video first. So first of all, obviously we have this brand new map. This is, according to the game, it's set in Jordan. This is a desert. So, if you didn't already notice, I didn't make any dinosaurs yet, but the 3 dinosaurs that they released, I don't even remember what they were. Dilophosaurus, Coelophysis, and Scelidosaurus. All of them came from America, the Triassic. Just a little edit break. It is super late, so I must have forgotten that Scelidosaurus did not come from America. It was actually from Europe. Nigel will point this out later in the video, but at the time, I guess I just thought that every animal had come from the Triassic because it just seemed like it was a Triassic update. But anyway, back to the video. When it was super dry, so this would make a whole lot of sense as to why they released this map. And this is going to be good for Parks and Chicos because it's set in a scrubland area, and I mean, scrub is basically desert if we're being honest. So Coelophysis will be able to handle that. Dilophosaurus, all them fellas. So, as you just saw in the incubator, whatever this thing's called, nursery, I haven't made a single animal yet. I have not seen these things. I haven't watched any videos on them. So this is literally the first time I'm seeing them. So, let's start with Coelophysis. Coelophysis, obviously one of the first major players in the dinosaur scene, famous from Walking with Dinosaurs, lived in Arizona in the United States, so everybody knows about this thing just from Walking with Dinosaurs. Toast, which looks a whole lot like Walking with Dinosaurs' skin, and so does Limonite. Kind of like a combination of the two would be the Walking with Dinosaurs skin, and then we have a feathered one. I like this one a lot. I mean, we're gonna make 2 of each, so it's not like it'll matter. With the new update, there was just a new update that came out, and it said something about being able to reduce the incubation time. So I'm gonna check. I think that's in the settings. Alright, we will just make some dinosaurs then. Let's get one of you, one of you. Oh, nice. They're automatic. Alright, we got 2 of each, 1 of each gender. So these oh my god, they are tiny. I did not realize how big these fences were. I didn't give them water or anything, so here is the toast variant. The female's massive. Oh, they sound kind of nice. Nanook and Bubbles. And then Chewy and a pony. Oh my. Are the females larger by default? Let's get in on one of these fellas.
Coelophysis is without a doubt the most iconic dinosaur of the Triassic period. It was named all the way back in 1889, making the genus well over 100 years old. That's nothing compared to the actual age of the animal, of course. The most recent specimens of Coelophysis are roughly 200 million years old.
Thank you, Nigel. So there's a little history for you. They literally, to me, just look like lizards that evolved longer legs, which, in all fairness, is what a dinosaur is. But they just look so oblong. But I think the models are really good. Like these feathers. I hate feathers on theropods, and I hate lips on theropods. But this is like a perfect little theropod. I think this could be a Parks and Chicos dinosaur, you know? Let's give them some water, see if they got some nice animations. I still don't like that they do their water like this. I prefer the Planet Zoo water, where you build a hole and you fill it with water. But it's not bad. And then give them a whole bed to sleep in. Yeah. Give them a shelter. See if they sleep in that. I have this on and off so you can see that adjusts. And some food. Give these lads some food. Maybe not those, but are there different types now? That's kind of cool. Some stone. And then some meat. Fruit. Meat. There we go. What do they think? What do you think they like? What do these lads eat? I can't look at the Paleopedia. I'm gonna assume it's meat. Alright, here he goes. Oh, okay. Is this guy gonna give us a little drinking animation? He's walking a little slow. I like it. Alright. Oh. This guy be eating? Yeah, you do. I mean, you can't really see him eat because he jumps into the pile, but you know. I think it's relatively decent. Oh, his foot just broke. That's alright. I don't know. I think this is a really good set of dinosaurs. And the models just look so good. Animations wise, they're great. I'm just gonna preload some water for these fellas. Depth? Jesus. Alright. So, next one we can do is a Scelidosaurus. Oops. So... Oh. This man be walking on all fours? Obviously you can see he looks very ankylosaurian. One of the basal ankylosaur type fellas. Thyreophorans they call them. So this rubble one, I kind of like it. It doesn't really fit the whole desert vibe, so we're probably not going to use it. Or, I mean, we're going to have to, but I wouldn't use it in a desert. Silica. Silica's deserty. And then regolith. Ooh. I don't know. I mean, is he beefier? No. Now that I look at it, rubble and silica are more deserty, but this one's cool. This man be eating plants. I did not give them anything, but alright. This guy doesn't like desert. I gotta give him a desert. Or his little habitat. Anyway, we'll make 2 of them to start. Marvin and Martin. We'll take it. We gotta give them their biomes first. Make it daytime too. There we go. Let's give them a look first. They're pretty. Alright. Here's the rubble ones. Silica. Ooh, I like the diversity right there. And then regolith. Oh! Hey! Mate? What are you doing? How did you do this? Go back in your hole. Alright. Maybe we can give you some better terrain. I don't know. This is scrubland? Really? You reckon? Oops. I mean, at least they're not coming back over. Give them some trees. That's so boring. Oh well. Let's take a look at these little lads. Some plants. So, if anybody has not seen the newest study on ankylosaur vocalizations, supposedly they were supposed to be able to make birdie chirps and sophisticated vocalizations because they found the larynx and the syrinx or whatever in Panachosaurus. So they think ankylosaurs would be able to make cool sounds. But I kind of like the sounds they're making. They're kind of chirpy. Not like the deep sounds you'd expect from like a big ankylosaur, like Ankylosaurus itself, but kind of fits its little vibe. You're gonna walk right through there? Alright, buddy. I guess they're gonna see them drink. Maybe we'll not see them drink. They're just busy chirping to each other. Alright. I mean, I kind of like them. And I like the devs started out with smaller animals to give us our first big update. Obviously Coelophysis, Scelidosaurus, not the largest of dinosaurs ever. Especially since we started off with like Brachiosaurus, Argentinosaurus, Camarasaurus, etc. So it's nice that we got some variety, and definitely nice that we have a new biome, because you can, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could incorporate like something like this, a map like this, into a Jurassic build. Brachiosaurus and I think Torvosaurus we have. The sauropods. Yeah, we have Brachiosaurus and Camarasaurus. We'll get Allosaurus eventually, hopefully. But obviously it was, they had some dry seasons where it would just be probably hell on earth for them when it's like this. So you'll be able to have some deserty builds for these sauropods, and I'm pretty sure they made it so that they, yeah, so now they're tolerant of these biomes, which is good. They also need it hot as hell. And God, look how big they are. Not the theme of the video though. So that's the first two. Coelophysis, Scelidosaurus. Oh, here's him drinking. Oh, they're so nice. Dainty little dudes. And then Dilophosaurus lads just chilling in here. I don't know if they sleep in there. I would assume they can, but I haven't seen anyone go in there yet. They truly don't seem to care because this guy's sleeping out here. But anyway, so for the last one, Dilophosaurus, obviously the king of the early Jurassic. Famous from such documentaries as Jurassic Park And then obviously when dinosaurs roamed America. But obviously in Jurassic Park, they were the little baby ones because pretty sure they used like raptor DNA or whatever. I don't know, babies. But they were actually massive. And if you ever read the Jurassic Park novel, the scene where the Dilophosaurus rips Nedry apart, one of the best in the book. I highly recommend it. But here's the first skin. I don't know how I feel about the spikes. I really like how big the crests are. Shout out to the most recent studies on his face because the two crests obviously are there, but we don't know how big they were. And Brian Ang on YouTube, if you look up his Dilophosaurus stuff, probably some of the best out there. So I really recommend checking out his Dilophosaurus stuff because that makes it one of the coolest looking predators ever. So with the spikes, I don't know how I feel. If they got rid of the spikes on this, I think I'd be happier, but not important. See, like this is great. Oh my god, this is a beautiful skin. So this is Dune. This is clouded. So no spikes and a different crest. It's got the little back turn, the upturn in the back, sorry, like everyone used to reconstruct it as, but it's still a big crest, so you get the best of both. And then snow melt. Is it feathered? You can't zoom in, but I think it is feathered. I don't mind it. It's got lips too. I like that they all have lips. Dilophosaurus' characteristic little Spinosaur type V in his mouth, usually reconstructed with teeth out. I don't mind lips on this guy. And honestly, this is my favorite skin probably in the game so far. Skin and model. So now I'm excited to get him in. So let's get 2 of each of these fellas. Connor, Matthew, Micah. Some of the names ever. Alright, look at these things. Look how, first of all, I said we started off with some small animals, but like, look how big Dilophosaurus is compared to any of these things. It towers over Coelophysis. So this is when the whole theropod radiation began and they started turning into beasts. So there's these fellas. Oh my god. That skin's beautiful. It's also huge. Here's my favorite. Oh my. And the 2 feathered fellas. Let's look.
Dilophosaurus is such a gorgeous creature. Some paleontologists think the grasping claws and shape of its jaws made it well suited to hunting fish. Others argue that it was built for more terrestrial prey. In my experience, the distinction between surf and turf doesn't matter. They'll eat anything they can get their hands on.
Thank you, Nigel. So that's one of the big talking points of Dilophosaurus as well, with the whole V shape in the mouth and being so similar to Spinosaurs and crocodiles, obviously. Everybody thought that they were once fish eaters, piscivores. And if you saw in the... Oof, not what I meant to click. If you saw here, their diet, they could do meat or fish, which is great. So if you wanted to have a fish boy Dilophosaurus, I didn't even check the plant or the biomes. If you wanted to have a fish boy, you could if you wanted wetland. That's kind of neat. So this is cool. I did not click on Scelidosaurus, so let's hear what Nigel has to say.
It's always a pleasure to run into a fellow Brit so far away from home. Meet Scelidosaurus, an early armoured dinosaur from England and Ireland. The relationship between Scelidosaurus and the other armoured dinosaurs, stegosaurs and ankylosaurs, is the subject of hot debate in the scientific community. It's been well over a century since that discussion started, and we're still not completely sure where this fella fits in.
He's definitely a fella, and he's definitely got some fellas in his pad. I love him. Alright, back to Dilophosaurus. Look at these. Oh, I should probably give him food. We'll give him one of each. One meat. One fish. And we can give him some little trees. Oh, he's running. Alright. So, I mean, just look at him. They just look menacing. Which is great, because they were. We're gonna get some food? Some drinking even? I like the little hoots they give. They're really reminiscent of Jurassic Park, but they're even scarier in the big ones. Oh, it's so good. I really enjoy these. I'm sure you can tell. And they're so bird-like. They move. The animations are so just big birds. Same with the Coelophysis, because that's literally what they are. But they do it so well, and the texturing and everything. It's so good. Oh, sorry. This guy's rolling around. That's another one of the things they added. New animations for a lot of the dinosaurs. So you can get the Tyrannosaurs and a bunch of other things. They roll around and stuff. They just have a lot more idle animations that make them just feel more like animals. I think the pathfinding's been improved too. Like they don't just walk directly to stuff, and they won't just walk into things. Oh my god. Now I'm I mean, at one point I had already had my mindset for which dinosaur would be the first in the Parks and Chico series, but I mean, now after seeing all three of these, I can't decide. So, I mean, y'all won't be able to have a decision either, because I'm sure this will come out before Parks and Chicos, but not before I have started working on it. So, well, whatever we choose, where you're gonna have to deal with it, but still, these are three really good options now that I've seen them. I wonder what else. I mean, obviously you don't have to wonder because they put it on the website, but anything else interesting? Anything else that they did in the update? That big update had to do with like guests and stuff, and obviously that's kind of irrelevant for what I just built, because this was mainly for just looking at the dinosaurs to start with. Yeah, but here's a quick little video on the dinosaurs in the newest update. They've been teasing a lot of new animals that will be coming soon, and hopefully those come soon, because once we start building, or once we start adding these dinosaurs to Parks and Chicos, we're really gonna go at the dinosaurs. And I kind of just want to see more dinosaurs in general, so I really don't care what they add as long as there's just more animals. Can't get enough of this guy. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this little... Okay, Nigel's gonna speak.
With its magnificent double crest and that noticeable notch in its jaw, it's one of the most recognizable predators to ever live. I'll never understand the guests who think it isn't cool enough as it is. Fancy frills and baubles would only take away from such a beautiful but deadly creature.
Nigel is throwing shade directly at the Jurassic Park community for people who think that frills would make it look better, because I agree, they would look stupid. Nope, they're all splooting now. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little short video on just a little showcase of the new dinosaurs, and you'll be able to catch at least one of these dinosaurs in the newest Parks and Chicos video. So yeah, thanks for tuning in and hope to see you there. See ya.